We are talking about the results that came out today in the 2024 general elections, a number of setbacks for the ruling dispensation, and of course a few celebrations in store for the India alliance, but they are still far away from forming the government. Of course, there are going to be parlays that will unfold and transpire in the next few hours to figure out what the permutation and combination is going to be. We've also heard that Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are likely to speak at the Congress headquarters. The Prime Minister, BJP President JP Nadda, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, all of them will be in fact getting together around 7 p.m. at the BJP headquarters to figure out what the next strategy is going to be. This mandate is extremely important. It's important not only because of the continuity it will bring to the ruling dispensation and the work that they've been doing. It is also important because a number of things that have found solid ground, like our foreign policy, like our policy towards immigrants, like our policy towards how we deal with our laws, all of these things are at, in fact, a continuing good governance mode at this point in time. So what we are trying to achieve here is definitely to understand why the government is going to try and figure out how this mandate, in some sense, was not up to the mark. Of course, all the pollsters, the exit polls did get it wrong, considerably wrong if you compare it to what happened in 2014 and 2019. But we're not going to cry over spilt milk. What's going to be important is to understand how the next 100 days are going to be projected by this government. Let's not forget that they still are the largest party to come up with this mandate. They have their pre-poll alliance, and that is something that Home Minister Amit Shah is going to be looking into. We have already heard that the Home Minister has called both Nitish Kumar as well as Chandrababu Naidu. Professor Nalapat is joining us at this point in time. Sumit Peer, political commentator, with me in the studio. Himanshu Bhatt, senior journalist, also here. Chandni Preeti Shah, political analyst, also joins us on the show. Yash Srivastav, Congress spokesperson, also joins us on the program. Dr. Sharat Kohli, economist, is also joining us on the show. Professor Nalapat, I'll begin with you. Well, the backroom parlays is something that are going to be very, very interesting. In fact, if you open Twitter or if you open any other social media platform, the number one meme doing the rounds is how Nitish Kumar is going to take advantage of this opportunity. Is that going to be a Damocles sword which is going to be looming large over the BJP's head because they have not been able to cross that mandate of 272 on their own? Or do you think when it comes to alliances, there's nobody better than the Bharatiya Janata Party when it comes to reward and recognition?
Look, I'd like to say that the good thing about democracy is that ultimately you have to face the people. Now, Nitish Kumar has basically shifted sides quite often. And the latest switch has been to the BJP side, and on balance it has worked very well for him. So I see absolutely no reason why he should not continue with the BJP. The same goes to the TDP. Both the BJP and the TDP took a very smart decision to come together. The total of votes polled by the two parties together and Pawan Kalyan were much more than they could have polled had they fought the battle individually. So I don't see, frankly, the kind of danger that some people have been talking about the coalition government. And the reality is the coalition government also can do a lot of amazing good work. Don't forget, in 1992, the Congress party was in a minority under Narasimha Rao. And Narasimha Rao was a super reformer. He began the entire process of reform. He trying to dismantle the permit license system. And frankly, he was opposed by senior leaders of the Congress party. They opposed him tooth and nail. And they basically criticized every one of the reforms for which he is now well known throughout the world as a reformer. So I'd like to say that I don't believe that just being a coalition situation is going to weaken the government. In my view, the government will have an added incentive for better performance, which is why I'm making a prediction that Modi 3.0 is going to be an even better, much more improved than Modi 2.0.
Sumit Peer, how do you react to that? In fact, offline, before the show started, we were also looking in, to what happened in UP, and that could also be considered as some sort of a microcosm as to why, there were certain setbacks for the Bharatiya Janata Party across the country as well.
Vineet,
Please elucidate.
Vineet, two parts of your question. First part is, you see, I can say I trust Vineet, but can I bank on you? Trust means 5-10, I trust you, but at 8-10, can I bank on you that you will be always there? So the problem with Nitish Babu is you can trust him, but can you bank on him? Looking at his track record, it's a tough nut to crack. And you really don't know which way the winds are going to blow. And at times he's known for taking some illogical decisions. He's a survivor. He will survive whichever way. And you have to he will get his way, whichever way. You don't give to him, he will find somebody else where he can go. So that is the trouble part. Mr. Naidu is still an easier person to work with. He's not flipped. And he's still, I would say, a better gentleman to work with. So 272 is a very ideal situation for BJP. If you don't have 272, it's not how Modi ji governs, it's not what Modi ji likes to govern. Now, what happened in UP, Vineet, you see, unfortunately in UP, if you analyze the seats and if you analyze the data, caste politics is back, sir. It's the Yadav-Muslim combination which has given this surprise, which was not on the cards. And exactly the Muslims in UP, and let me remind you, Vineet, if you look at the number of Muslims, which they are highest in number, not in percentage. Percentage might be Assam, but the number is highest in UP. So this Yadav and Muslim combination, wherever it has worked, it has dented BJP. It has voted in favor of any candidate where the BJP loses. Look, Bayan Mayawati had so many Muslim candidates, right? Akhilesh did not have a lot of them. But still, the combo dramatically voted in a fashion where BJP is losing and losing with small margins. So this combination has really dented BJP a lot. That is the main reason. And, in Bengal, BJP could not do what it was expected. We were expecting from 18 to go to 24 or 30. It has gone back to 11. You lost 40% seats there. And still Bengal, you could have recorded. I think rest all were on expected lines. Orissa and all your got gains, but UP kind of a setback is something which has to be really reconciled, because you may not want to do this, this brand of politics, but your opponents will go there and use their cards. I mean, what does Samajwadi Party know? What has been the winning formula? Ek hi teej to aati, Yadav Muslim combined, and they played the card and it got them the dividends. So it is in politics or in business, कहते हैं ना कोई भी जंग जीतने के लिए जिंदा रहना जरूरी है. So it applies in the politics. So if you want to have a very decisive government, you must have 272 of your own, then allies are welcome. But dependence on allies is a bit tricky, especially when you have a person like Nitish Kumar. But I think Modi ji is a seasoned politician. Still the mandate is on Modi ji. It's still the Modi's win. Modi ji is going to be the Prime Minister. There's no doubt on that. But would it be as robust? Would it be as, agile as it was before? Because tomorrow, let's say we want to go and do a surgical strike in Pakistan. So can we take that decision? Do we want to do demonetization? Can we do it or not? Do we have to talk to Nitish Babu? Yes, you have to talk to Nitish Babu. So earlier those compulsions were not there, but Modi ji's character is he will not change. With Modi, it is my way or highway. If Nitish Babu has to walk, he will be relevant in Bihar politics, and Chandrababu Naidu will be relevant in Andhra politics. There are also gains or losses. So, but you cannot tame Modi ji. Modi ji will run his own way, but he has a bit of compulsions. He has to take a consensus in some issues, which was not there. And the Modi ji ka character nahi hai consensus lene ka. This is the way, and you have to follow my way. So there is going to be a bit of adjustment there.
All right, let's also take a reaction from Dr. Abbas on this. Dr. Abbas, you've seen the proceedings of the day. I see that grin is back on your face, which was missing the day the exit polls came out. Your reaction to the mandate that the people of this nation have handed out?
Well, मेरी जीत हुई है विनीत साहब, precisely for the reason for the statement I made to my good friend Sumit Peer. I did say, if you remember, exit polls are not exact polls, and I repeat it. Your show and Rishabh Shah's show, exit polls are never the exact polls, and yes, this has shown it. Many of my friends who were debating or discussing with me did say 300 par, 400 par, what not? One of the anchors, Uday Pratap Singh Saab, asked me, will you shave your beard if 400 par happens? I said I would happily do it, but lo and behold, we know what the answer is. The fact we need to understand, गिरते हैं शहसवार मैदानी जंग में, वो तिफल क्या गिरे जो घुटनों के बल चले. We need to understand that this is politics. This is one place जहां कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है. This is the most unpredictable. As a matter of fact, every single pollster got it wrong. None of the pollsters, mind you, got this. So we need to understand that the exit poll is not the exact poll because they are bound by a few thousand sample sizes, which collectively give them 5 lakh, 8 lakh, maximum 10 lakh. But how many votes? More than 60 crore people voted. So look at the number. Sample size of a constituency of a 6,000 to a 60 crore, the margin is huge. So therefore, this shows do not bank on exit polls. It's good to keep the excitement on, but they don't always get it right. Now, the next point, we need to understand here that when I mentioned you first time when I did the show with you, there is a strong undercurrent in India. Unemployment is an issue. Price rise is an issue. Inflation is an issue. These are very at the core issues. And also, no doubt, Modi ji is a global leader. Modi ji is a Vishwa Guru. No taking away. I think without Modi ji, BJP wouldn't even be 100 par, not even 100 par. But Modi ji is your biggest strength, and Modi ji is your biggest, I'd say, in a certain way, weakness, because banking too much on Modi ji, this is what it does. We know what happened in Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh, mind you, 80 seat. There was a beautiful saying in the Hindi heartland, UP jiska, Bharat uska. You let it go. And mind you, my friend Sumit Peer has got absolutely wrong on the dynamics of Uttar Pradesh. Professor Madhav Nalapat also will tell you how you've got it wrong. No, my friend. This time, Akhilesh Yadav actually won because of his least banking of Muslim and Yadav votes. The fact he gave only 14 seats to the Muslims and Yadav. But his outreach, if you actually understand, towards the non-Yadav OBCs has been huge. You need to understand, Dalits especially, Dalits is one such voter, the reach out needs to be strong. And that cannot be through religion, but other ways. That is where Akhilesh Yadav strongly won his outreach on the ground. And mind you, this gives a huge gap in Uttar Pradesh as to what is going to happen to Yogi Adityanath next. Is he going to be pissed off, or will he be really a face? We need to understand the Rajput largely vowed to not vote for the BJP this time. I think largely the Bharatiya Janata Party undoubtedly is going to be the majority party, but 272 majority is going to be a big question mark. We need to understand that. One factor which has largely failed them is banking too much on Modi. My friend Tejasvi Surya, here from my city of Bangalore South, where I'm a constituent, said that Modi ji is a de facto parliamentarian from all the 543 seats. This banking is not going to help you. This time, the people have voted on every single seat. Your parliamentary candidates matters. Today's voter, the issues aren't Hindu-Muslim, aren't any form of polarization. The issues which matter. 83%, according to the International Labour Organization, 83% of the urban youth is unemployed. And that's a fact today. We need to understand that there was a strong undercurrent, and that is giving the answers. So therefore, every political party, mind you, still BJP is the biggest party today. Congress, Akhilesh Yadav, Mamata
Okay,
Banerjee,
Sumit wants to respond to you quickly, then we go to Dr. Kohli. Quickly. Yeah, we have a full house. We have a full house.
It is not just UP, they have got it wrong. They've got West Bengal wrong.
भाई एक point बोलने
उल्टा हो गया.
You see, I'll tell you one thing. You know, it's Vineet. It's easy to write the political obituary of BJP, but look at the board. Look at the board, Vineet. BJP is 244 and India Alliance सब मिलके 231 पे हैं. Still, all put together cannot even match BJP's number, and you are writing political obituary. सब कुछ खराब है. Everything is gone. The problem with BJP is if you don't exceedingly well, you write them off. Still, BJP is bigger than all of them put together. Still.
All right, one second. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's take a response from Dr. Kohli as well. Dr. Kohli, this doesn't qualify or validate any kind of an obituary. You know, the BJP has fallen short of the expectations, but the fact of the matter is that
still 244 versus
everybody
231.
was used to them, going beyond expectations that they themselves had.
I think BJP, Vineet, has fallen a victim to its own targets, which were set. There's nothing beyond that, because this is the first time when I see we are lamenting a win. You're lamenting a win, and somebody is celebrating a loss. This is what it boils down to. Somebody is celebrating a loss, as Sumit rightly said. All of them don't add up to BJP's tally. And BJP crosses with NDA the majority mark. NDA has been in existence. The BJP never needed NDA in 2014 and 2019, but NDA survived. NDA as an institution, BJP respects and realizes the fact that despite the fact that we have the majority, we still respect, we cherish and we honor the coalition or the tie-up or the alliance we have done with other parties. And I think it is this particular mindset of BJP, it is this particular strategy of BJP which is going to work. After all, you've been in power for 10 years. Some kind of anti-incumbency has to be there. I mean, let's not celebrate strategies implemented by Akhilesh Yadav or Mamata Banerjee for a moment. Just take simple psephology principles. Anti-incumbency after 10 years, some anti-incumbency has to come, But despite that anti-incumbency, you are still very much in majority. So why are we lamenting majority first? That's my first question. And why is the opposition celebrating sitting in the opposition? You're still sitting in the opposition. Your numbers may be larger. What they are celebrating is that जो मोदी जी ने कहा था 400 पार, वो नहीं हुआ. This is what they are celebrating. So I think if they want to celebrate, somebody wants to be happy, let them be happy. That's not a big deal. But the fact of the matter is that Indian growth story, Vinay, remains unperturbed. Indian growth story is irreversible. Indian growth story has got such a strong momentum behind it that whether it is Nitish Babu or Chandra Babu, there is no reversal of Indian growth story. Both the alliance partners, the major alliance partners know they came along with Modi ji only for the reason that Modi ji had a vision for growth. What Modi ji has done for this country, that is why they came with him. So why will they now take a panga to make sure or pull legs here and there? I think what I'm envisaging is the Parliament House by itself, the composition of the Parliament House, you might see a lot more disruptions. You might see a lot more walkouts. You might see a lot more struggle for the BJP to get those bills passed here and there. That's what I'm envisaging. Otherwise, I don't really see. I like to end my statement of the first part here. Let's not lament win and let's not celebrate loss. That's the point I wanted to make.
Okay, Yash Srivastav, Congress spokesperson, also with us on the program. Neha Joshi, BJP spokesperson, also joins us on the show. But before we go to Neha, let me take a response from Yash Srivastav. He's been listening in to everyone very patiently. Yash, thank you for speaking with NewsX. I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you, Vineet.
All right. Well, first of all, congratulations on this ascendance, if we can call it. But the bitter truth is that you're still going to be sitting in opposition.
That is yet to be seen. As we all know, the counting is yet to be finished, and there has been a retardation in the counting process lately. It's been about a couple of hours before we were seeing dramatic spikes every now and then, and now we suddenly are stuck with a certain figure on all sides, and we are waiting for the results to come out. So let us keep it that way. And about the celebration aspect of it, no, people are not celebrating because they have gone nuts. It is an expression of what they have faced for the last decade, and that they can speak out against now. Because for these past 10 years, all we have celebrated is distributing rations to 80 crore poor people. I don't know what BJP was celebrating, that there are 80 crore people, or that they are supplying them with rotten food, or that they are accounting it as their income and claiming to have 25 crore people out of poverty in their tenure. So the very idea of elections is that it is about the people, not a face, not a party. And that is what India as well as the Indian National Congress has been firmly standing for. We have immense gratitude to all the people, right from our various campaigns to the yatras, to the support that they have extended to all our leaders as well as all the workers. And we certainly stand by the expression of democracy. That is, in every democracy, it is the people who reign supreme. And that is what these numbers are showing today, and that is why probably the numbers are counting slightly slower than they were in the morning. So we are still waiting for the numbers to conclude, and till then it is not the expression that no, someone has lost or we are in the opposition or what is yet to come out, but it is the very expression that people are able to come out and show someone that it is not their absolute ruler.
All right. I'm going to let Neha Joshi respond to that.
It is still a democracy, and it will always be.
Neha, thanks for speaking with us. Yeah, well, it's a performance that definitely could have been better.
Thanks, Vinay.
But the Prime Minister is definitely coming back for a third term. And of course, this is not going to be, what we have seen in the last 10 years. But the bitter truth is that there is a lot of looking into that the BJP also will have to do.
Thank you, Vineet. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. Vineet, as far as the BJP is concerned, whether it's a win or a loss, whether it's a parliamentary election or is a ward councillor election, the BJP does introspection and samiksha after every election. So that is an unsaid rule and that is going to happen. However, I want to congratulate and thank the Indian electorate today that India has created history. Prime Minister Modi is the only other Prime Minister now who's going to get a third term. I have been on several channels all day today, and it's absolutely hilarious to see Congress celebrating. Because as far as I know, last I checked, Congress still hasn't crossed, the tally of 100. They're still in double digits. So this sort of a moral victory that they are celebrating, I think, it's really funny to see the Congress supporters and spokespersons celebrating that. Having said that, India is a complex country, and you know how difficult it is for parties to come back to power. The BJP has done it for the third time in a row. And this despite opposition's very, very malicious campaign, a very targeted campaign where they walked around with a copy of the constitutions trying to allege that BJP, if it came back to power, it's going to change the constitution. There was fear mongering. There was a lot of, Bharat Todo talk that was happening. There was a lot of demonization of Hinduism, Hindutva. So despite all of this, I think today is a day that Bharatiya Janata Party would like to express gratitude to the Indian electorate that they stood strong with us, and BJP is going to touch the majority mark on their own, and NDA is going to form the government. So Prime Minister Modi is coming back. I think Modi 3.0 starts today.
Okay, let me also bring in Chandni into this. Chandni, obviously the Congress party only looking myopically at what the India Alliance has done, but as a party, they also have leaps and bounds to worry about.
The Congress? Yes, definitely, because see, yes, they doubled their their numbers. I guess in 2019 they got 50 odd, 52, and today they are around 9,900. But there needs to be an understanding that they are not getting it because they have done something or they have said something of a stature that they will gain votes. See, the votes that have been consolidated is because of the alliance that they have formed. They could not have campaigned alone and gone against the Bharatiya Janata Party or the NDA and said, if they would have done that, and they would have got these votes, I would have said, yes, they did a very good job. They did it single-handedly. But they did not. They came into an alliance just because they wanted to, just because they had targeted that, we want to remove the leader of this country from from his position. Now, did NDA or did BJP did some things which could have been done better? Yes. Could they have done something more appropriate strategically? Yes, they could have. But at the end of the day, what matters is that NDA is the largest pre-poll alliance and BJP is the largest single party in the country today, and we are forming the government. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to be the Prime Minister for the third consecutive time.
Right, Mr. Bhatt, why is the opposition, confident of the fact that this is a fluid situation for them?
Well, they have been always running the coalition government.
So they're right at home.
That's why, they know how to do third jod. And so they are still thinking that there's something left in that. But let me tell you one thing. It's been a reality check on both sides. And the bigger reality check is that for the BJP cadre and BJP leadership. Whether the cadre looks at the leadership or the leadership looks at the cadre. I'm very consciously saying all these things. The reason for that is when a fundamental worker of 30 years is ignored and a man who has joined the party 3 days before is given a ticket, there is always going to be a resentment from the cadre. And that's what is seen. I would like to see at the end of the day, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, that how many people who have just joined BJP have got a ticket and won. And that percentage would have been very slow.
Right.
And because of that, the core worker is, he doesn't want to work. He said, no, now Modi ji ne bol diya na 400 par. Why should I go and work when I do not know the man whom I'm working for?
All right. Okay, we have a paucity of time. I want Sumit P to come in very quickly. We'll have to take a break.
We need just 2 or 3 points. First of all, it's again a third time for Modi ji. The mandate is for Modi ji, sir. Opposition today, what is the NDA alliances? All opposition put together. UPA, there were a couple of parties, right? NDA alliances, जो जितने भी है सब आ जाओ. Still,
खिचड़ी.
अरे सारे हैं भाई. Still 244 only for BJP and 231 all put together. तब भी मैं कहूँगा एक मोदी अब भी सब पे भारी. एक मोदी अब भी सब पे भारी. This is the reality of the thing. And I don't know what is in the consolation prize. If Congress is saying from 48 by हमने 92 के we have doubled, we are doing a great job. Then Kejriwal has increased his seats by 400% from 0 to 4. भाई फिर वो भी तो बड़ा नंबर है. Then the biggest gainer is Kejriwal. Why Congress?
That's a good point.
Kejriwal is the biggest gainer. 400% increase in the seats. Come on.
Absolutely.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.